Hey, what's up, guys? Hello, you beautiful mother duckers. This is fun. This is gonna be a little bit different today. So just as a little bit of a setup, my wife went to college in the early 2000s, and she kept her laptop. It was a IBM ThinkPad R40e. And so one of the things that I kind of wanted to do is, for a while, I've wanted to put Windows back on it. For a little while, I had Linux running on there, but didn't really do much with it. Battery. Oh, hey, how you doing, Sal? Evening. This is gonna be a little bit different than I usually do for this, but anyway, old IBM ThinkPad. I think when I was looking at the BIOS, it was from 2003 was the last BIOS update to this thing, and I don't think she ever updated the BIOS on it. So I was planning on putting, and I had started the process of putting Windows XP back on it, and someone in a tech chat that I'm in said, you should stream this. So I scrambled around, and I got my just home from work, relaxing. Oh, I'm sorry you had a hard week. Do you do a full Saturday, Sunday weekend? So you get a couple days off at least? Anyway, I got this thing up. I got a webcam point at the screen because old computer, and I didn't have anything for VGA to HDMI. So this is what we've come up with. This is going to be a little different, a little more interesting than I'm used to. But oh, good. Saturday and Sunday from normal work. Good. Glad to hear it. So we're going to just go ahead and start this process from the very beginning. Hopefully this won't be blown out too bad. Oh, you still run your own company? Okay, cool. Oh, this isn't going to be too bad. So if you want to know what BIOS and an IBM laptop look like from 2003. Oh, work while flying? That's good. How you enjoying the longitude? Come on, autofocus in. All right, I might need to change some stuff. Give me a second. Let's configure the video. Let's turn off autofocus. There we go. We'll turn off autofocus. We'll turn off auto exposure so I don't blow this thing out. Apply that. Crank up the sharpness a little bit. With the white balance in a little bit better. Oh, the new avionics on it are just absolutely beautiful. After Tuesday is going to be the final ferry flight, and then I'm going to do some deep diving into the H-Jet, because about a week ago they updated the H-Jet. All right, have fun. See you Sunday. The H-Jet finally got its update up to for the AAU1 with all the updates and everything else. I think this is going to look okay. Does this look all right? I'm trying not to make this thing too blown out, but pointing a webcam at a screen is a little difficult sometimes. So we're gonna play around with the H-Jet for a little bit. I've got some more. There'll be some random full flights. There's gonna be okay, cool. See, set up XP on a selected item, press enter. Oh, our partition. We got to create a partition. Full partition. And then enter and NTFS. All right. Hey, James, how you doing? I'm wondering why that's going to be an interesting bug. Hey, James, can you type in something one more time? I'm testing out a new overlay type system and everything, and I'm trying to catch up some bugs for the developer. Every once in a while, I have the H chip but haven't used it yet. Yeah, and I just recently purchased the Cirrus Vision Jet as well, so I'm gonna do some stuff with it, but it has not gone through the avionics update, I don't think. So those will be coming. I'm gonna do a few of the longer flights, kind of the format that I'm doing now. I want to do some just cinematics for some stuff, for different things, for different sceneries and all that. So we'll have to find out how it all kind of gets together and works out. But overall, the Longitude in this series has been a lot of fun. All right, so we're formatting the partition now. Anyone that's been messing around with computers for a long time could probably appreciate what we're doing here today. This should be fun. Yeah, so after I'm done with this sail, I'm going to be fixing the seating problems and the cargo space issues for TBM, for the whatever planes. I think I messed the H-Jet up. There's a couple of them that I messed up that way, and I'm going to start combining things down and organizing all the aircraft in Aviatype a lot better now that I have access to that. I approved, I think, all of the outstanding. Let me double check. I think I approved all the outstanding stuff in the moderation hub. 111-33333. Yep. So anything that was +5 or better got approved. Everything else that was in the negatives got denied out. So the only stuff that's left, but some of this I got to figure out what's going on with a couple of these things, and then we'll go through the catalog, and I'm gonna fix a bunch of stuff because we've got duplicates running in, we've got all sorts of crazy stuff that I got to figure out. But yeah, we'll get it figured out. It's gonna take me a minute to get through. We got quite the catalog of planes, and a bunch of them that I don't actually have, like some of the improvement mod stuff, even some of the freeware stuff downloaded. I don't have it downloaded to test everything, so I guess we'll just have to trial and error this thing in the Discord, and hopefully people that have changed stuff will come through. Hopefully they'll come through and they'll talk to me about what's there and what's not. Yeah, it's a web interface to handle everything, so I can edit the planes, I can add them to collections. I just have to run through. Yeah, I know they'll help in Discord. It's just gonna take a while for people that have edited their configs to let me know which planes they edited, when they edited it, all that fun stuff. It's sometimes like herding cats to get people to speak up about that, but yeah, we'll get there. Boy, this thing takes a minute, doesn't it? I would have started a little earlier, but we're bought tickets to a concert in May. Bloodywood's going back to Chicago, so I had to wait for the tickets to go on sale, and I was probably the first person to click to buy the tickets, but there was no way I was letting that thing go. And then the other thing that I might be doing soon is I took my initial test, if you will. What do they call that thing? Yeah, I took my initial test for VATSIM. So I am now, I can fly VATSIM, and I think I'm going to start doing some VATSIM stuff. So that should be kind of fun. Find a couple airports or something that's not terrible, and let's see. The Midway's tower is staffed at the moment. San Diego's ground is. Phoenix got a tower and an ATIS. Boston Center's online. So who knows? I might do some flying around and do some VATSIM flying and learn how to fly VATSIM much better. That's something I've wanted to do for a while, is do some VATSIM. VATSIM, actually, Europe is popping off right now for VATSIM wise. Let's see. Copenhagen control is up. We got ATIS and a bunch of stuff up in the Nordics. Hamburg has got tower, ground, and ATIS with Bremen radar is up right now. What is this? We got Langen radar. Frankfurt is up. Stuttgart's got full run. Let's see. Stockholm is not, though. Denmark's got some stuff up, as well as Copenhagen Control, which covers... God, I wish I could remember my European geography better from not having anything on. Map.vatsim.net is where to look for that. It'll get you, and then you down the bottom you can click ATC, so you can see all the planes in green, and then click over the ATC and see what's all on there. Leeds Airport, London ACC, London Control is on. ESSA is Stockholm. ESSA is not running, but I think it might be under the control. No, that's mostly Denmark area. Anything north of Denmark, other than Oslo. Oslo's up with Oslo Approach. Well, at least Oslo has an ATIS running right now. That's Norway. Yeah, nothing else north. Latvia has a tower up. Moscow's got ground at 2 airports in Moscow. Austria's got an airport. Vienna International has got a handful of stuff. Yeah, it's mostly Denmark and then some stuff up in Norway that's open. But I mean, if you're depending what you're flying, you might be able to do some stuff on Unicom. But I think for my first flights in VetSim, I don't want to just run Unicom. They'll all end up transferring to Unicom at some point, probably. But that's all right. There's Tower in Phoenix. I could run San Diego to Phoenix. San Diego's ground, so I could out from there, switch to Unicom, and then Tower in from Phoenix. That might be interesting. All right, what are we at? Setup formatting, 72% still. Ooh, what'd you get? Now, did you say you use little nav map or do you use the Navigraph system? Intel i9 boost up to 5.4, 2 terabyte, 2 terabyte, guys. Ooh, NVIDIA 40. Oh, you decided to just go, we're going to future proof for a while. That is awesome. Yeah, and it's a laptop. Water cooled. Who does all that in a water cooled laptop? Yeah, if I can't remember if I disabled links in the YouTube chat. If not, just send it to me on Discord. All right. Ooh, 89%. We got this thing started. We're almost there. 16 gigabyte disk. Well, 16,065 megabytes. So what is that to gigabytes? I can't remember what the conversion ratio is. I know it's not 1,000 to 1, but it's close. Wait 3 weeks for the 4090 to arrive. Ooh. Oof. All right, so we're looking at about a 15 and a half, or 15 or 16 gigabyte hard drive in this thing. I think when I was looking at it, it's got less than a gigabyte of RAM. I'm not sure what all I'm gonna be able to run on this thing on XP, but we'll figure it out. Thing's trucking right along. Yeah, it's moving at the speed of it. Wonder what RAM modules this thing has, if I can upgrade the RAM in it. Because I've got some old SODIMM RAM. Got some very old SODIMM RAM. Little nav mats for planning and Navigraph for charts. Gotcha. I use SimBrief for planning and then Navigraph for charts. I need to look up to find out what kind of RAM capability. You know what? Let's look at that real quick. IBM ThinkPad R40e. Hide user on this channel. Thanks, James. Because it collects aircraft performance and calculates fuel requirements quite well. I need to learn how to use Little Nav Map better. Isn't there... here we are. All right, so it's Mobile Celeron, ATI Radeon graphics, TFT display, I do know that it is just a CD-ROM. I wonder what type. All right, let's find out. R40 RAM upgrade. Oh, setup is now copy the files. Two sockets. Already with 256 removable standard memory installed. Best. Okay. Maximum amount of 2 gigabits or 2 gigabytes. Fill all the slots. So which ones are they allowed? Can they take? Oh, they can take up to a gigabyte module. All right. That's a 1 gigabyte module. That's a gigabyte module. That's a 2 gig module. That's a 1 gig module. That's a 1 gig module. All right. So if we want matching, I've got a matching set of Samsung RAM. PC 2100. All right. Are we rebooting? Uh-oh. So what's going on? Turned off. NTLDR is missing. Oh boy. Please tell me this is going to work. We'll give this one more shot and then we'll back up again and... All right. Oh. Oh boy. I need to pay attention. I forgot you gotta click the space bar to get the to get it to do what it's supposed to. Start up CD-ROM drive. And then press any key to boot from CD. There we go. I'm really hoping this does end up working. Because if this doesn't end up working, well, I guess we'll figure it out together, but... that would be unfortunate. This might actually work. This RAM upgrade might actually work that I've got, assuming the RAM is still any good. we'll have to play around with that after if we can get this installed. Hopefully we can get it installed. Set up as starting Windows. Okay. Maybe it was supposed to reboot and it just turned off instead of rebooting. I do know that I need to replace the battery in it. So I do need... Oh, I'm going to have to go through all this again, aren't I? Leave the current file system intact. No change. All right, we're going to try this again. I'm not going to reformat. We'll have to see what happens. Wondering if it would be worth replacing out these old hard drives that I have. Let's see here. I think these hard drives might be a little too new for this thing. This isn't the omelet. No omelet right now. Well, let's see here.
Critical alert from Microsoft. Your computer has alerted us that it is infected by a virus and/or spyware. This virus may be sending your credit card details, Facebook login, and personal emails to hackers remotely. Please call us immediately at the toll-free number listed, so that our support engineers can walk you through the removal process over the phone. If you close this page before calling us, we will be forced to disable your computer to prevent further damage to our network. Error number 266.
All right. I'm not quite sure what a hard drive this thing takes. Let's see. Oh, welcome back, Sal. Well, this thing had kicked off for a minute and then decided it was gonna not do. I had to restart the installation process, so we'll see how this thing works out. Isn't there somewhere an old ThinkPad wiki? ThinkWiki, here we go. I thought there was one. So I got some old hard drives here too. I might, if this fails again, I might try to swap out hard drives and see what happens. Just to see if any of these would actually be compatible, because I'm not sure they would be, but I'm not sure they wouldn't be either. So we'll have to see what this thing does, and then I'll start playing around. If it fails again, then I'll start playing around, swap some stuff out, see if we can't upgrade it, and then try it again and see what happens. .72 kilograms. Yeah, it's a bit heavy. Look up this memory that I have. See if this would even be compatible with it before I just toss it in there. Let's see. 470T 2953. DDR2. This requires DDR266 baby PC 2100. I don't think this upgrade will work either. Well, it's 200 pin. 2 SODIMM. We'll have to see. It might. 71%. We're trudging along. For now, I just want to see if I can get this thing installed before I start messing around with anything else. Because if I can't end up upgrading it, that's fine. I mean, I'll need to get a new battery for it anyway, so I might just chunk out, buy some memory modules. I'll have to look to see what the hard drive update is, but if I could get this thing up and running and working, showing up to my first day or showing up when I'm actually in class when I go back to school with a ThinkPad running Windows XP would be one of the hardest trolls ever. I would absolutely love just the reaction that would get. That'd be so much fun. Showing up to some like film production school classes with an old ThinkPad R40e, being the 40-year-old in the room with a bunch of kids. I'm absolutely down for that. All right, let's see if this works if second time's a charm. If this does not work, then we're going to open her up and take a look. Hopefully this works. I don't have a very good top down. Hey James, you working from home today, or are you in the office? Welcome back, Sal. 89% system copying files. Please don't corrupt out this time. Please. All right, it is time to get off the hardcore stuff. Let's do some lo-fi. Here we go. We'll run some lo-fi. 95%. She's warm. See Spock in the background. Just the tip top of Spock's eyes. Work from wherever. You might as well, right? Restarting computer. Okay. We'll actually restart this time. It restarted automatically. Are we in business here, people? Did it work? We've got black screen. We got blinking lights. Oh boy. Oh. Pack 3, build 2600.xpsp 0804132111. Oh yeah! It's alive! I don't know how many years it's been since I have even touched a computer with Windows XP running, let alone done a fresh install of Windows XP. I can't remember the last time it happened. Get me a Windows 98 machine and a copy of Windows 98 and I will do it. I just happen to have this thing. But if someone wants to donate an old machine with Windows 98, I will absolutely do it. I have no problems with that. I'm gonna go see Flogging Molly this weekend. That's what I'm doing on Sunday. Oh, hey, James, about that. Are you planning on going tomorrow to the Home and Garden Show? All right, Sale. I will catch you later. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for hanging out. James, the reason why I was asking about tomorrow is Hill and I were talking about taking Alice there. So let me know what time you were thinking about going. We might all just bounce together. There's a protest running tomorrow? Detects and installs devices, keyboard and mouse. Oh boy. I can't remember if this thing had Wi-Fi or not. If it has Wi-Fi, oh boy, that's going to be something else if this thing has Wi-Fi. I'd absolutely love it if this thing ends up with Wi-Fi. Ah, gotcha. Send me a telegram with the info for that, if you could. This will take several minutes. They're not kidding. Forgot how slow everything was. I'm never complaining about reinstalling Windows 11 again. Oh, how much would a new battery for this thing cost, actually? Also, eventually I want to get a BIOS update for this. Oh, I don't think these are going to work, my drives, because I think my drives are SATAs, and this is an old IDE at 2.5. I don't think I have a IDE 2.5-inch drive. Okay. But I do want to make sure that I get a battery at some point. Because that I absolutely will need is the battery. Well, we're still detecting and installing devices, so we're doing something right. All right, so I found the page from Lenovo, who ended up buying ThinkPad, about this for leave the organization blank. Computer will be Hang on. Nope, I screwed up the second one, didn't I? There we go. The old. Friday, March 3rd, 2013, 11:32. No, it's 12:11. And we're in. Here we are. Automatically adjust cock for daylight savings time. They had that in there. If this thing has Wi-Fi, I'm going to be absolutely blown away and so happy. Ooh, a couple ID laptop drives in the shop? Nice. That would be awesome. Let me know what sizes they are. Because if it's not an upgrade on size, then I probably won't bother with it. Yeah, all the ones that I have are SATAs. So like I've got 3 laptop hard drives, but they're all SATA drives. I don't have any IDE drives. Setup installs components. We're still copying files. We're just having ourselves a grand old time. Wonder if this thing does do... Well, if it doesn't do Wi-Fi out of the box. Now there is a function on the function F5. There is what looks like a Wi-Fi signal thing. So who knows? This thing might actually have Wi-Fi. And if that's the case, then I think I might have to download a version of Firefox or something. Maybe I'll even go real old school and go Netscape. I mean, Explorer might work. Let's see. We'll have to see. Because it's the getting it onto the internet and figuring out how to do it that way I might run. But I don't know. I didn't use XP all that long. Because when did Vista... Oh, Vista didn't come out until 06. I think I did use XP started in 01 and then Vista came out in 06. So it's 5-year window with XP. I think I did use XP for a little bit, but I held on to 98 SE for... No, I held on to 2000 for a while. I skipped ME. I had a couple things at ME. I ran Windows 2000 Professional for a long time. I refused to upgrade from that for a while. Because Windows 2K was... It was like... It was the upgrade from NT, but it was a lot more stable than 98 SE was. But 2K gave me like the best of both worlds for all the NT stuff, as well as all of the 98, like all the client, the not client, but like all the non enterprise, which is, I don't remember what they call those people, what they call the people, but you know, just kind of like the for regular use, for regular users. Because NT was definitely pushed toward yeah. Because Windows Me, the Millennium Edition was crazy. You got a Win98 boot floppy drive? Oh, dude. Yeah, save that. I want to, there's some stuff I want to do. I pretty much went from, I had 98 SE, I installed ME when it first came out, went back to 98 SE, and then I managed to get my hands on a copy of 2000. And once I went to 2000, I never looked back. I liked 2000 a lot. I thought 2000 was really stable, but I also knew that it was part of the NT. It was the last version of the NT, because after 2000, the user side went to XP and the server side went to 03. But I was also running a bunch of server stuff off of my computer at the time too. That's why I liked having the NT side. And so I was able to do a whole bunch of stuff because we were doing all sorts of workarounds for to be able to play multiplayer games over an internet connection where they weren't really supposed to. So we were kind of, we'd been janking that whole system with, so there was a trick back in the day when you had modems and phones, right? So I would dial in my friend and he would pick up the phone and it would start doing the sound, the electronic sound. He'd hang up instantly because if you hung up fast enough, it wouldn't disconnect the line. It would keep it ringing. So then he was able to manually answer the phone with his computer and we were able to dial direct into each other that way. And it became a lot easier to do that kind of stuff with 2000, if I remember correctly. But I think we did most of that stuff in 90. We started doing that in 95 and then 98. And then 2000 just made it a lot easier to do weird stuff. I think I ran an MIRC or an IRC server off my 2000 machine for a while. I did all sorts of crazy stuff. And I didn't run Vista very much. I think I used Vista a few times, but I went from XP to Linux. So I pretty much skipped over Windows 7. I skipped over Windows 8 and 8.1, and I didn't come back to Windows until Windows 10. So I kind of ran Linux from Vista to Windows 10. And that was kind of my reintroduction into Windows was Windows 10. And then now on 11 and so on and so forth. So it's been a bit interesting to get and to figure all this stuff out that way. Boy, this thing takes forever, doesn't it? How long have I been live now? A little over an hour? That's funny. That's absolutely funny. Well, that was interesting. Not sure what happened there. Everything kind of blanked out for a second. Huh, okay. Well, it seems like everything's working still. Ooh. That flashed so fast, I didn't quite see what that error was. All right, what was that error? I need to run this back a little bit and find out what that error was. Error during installation of the task scheduler service. Reg create keyx error 6. All right. I managed to get that. All right, we're about to find out in a minute if this thing, depending on how it goes, if it ends up kicking me the same error again, then we might just wrap this up as a fail for now. I've gotten this far, so we can get further. We'll have to see. Hey, at least I was live streaming it and I was able to go back and pause and find out what exactly the error was that popped up on me. That's kind of nice. I'm going to take a bathroom break here in a minute. I don't like this font. Let's find a funny font. You know what? This is just going to be jank. I don't care. All right, I'll be right back, guys. All right, back. Oh, sweet. We'll go ahead and take this down. Now we can do this again. Let's see if it works this time. Hopefully it does. All right. 36, not Pacific. We are in Eastern time. Getting used to the nub again from these old ThinkPads. All right. Let's see if it gives me the same registry error in writing the registry that it did last time. If it does, then I've got to figure something else out. I hope it doesn't, but you never know. Really hoping it doesn't. Go back through this copying files thing again and we'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll work. Hopefully it'll all come through. But no promises, I guess. Please work a second. Please work this time. If not, we'll give it a third shot. If it doesn't, we're going to treat this like baseball. If it doesn't work on the third, then we'll wrap it up for now. I'm really hoping it works, though. Now what? I forgot how slow this was. I know I said that earlier when we were doing this the first time, but still. It is slow as snot. And that's kind of funny to me. Because I literally forgot how slow it was. All right. Did we get this far last time? When did this thing... Hang on, let me look at this. When did this thing error out last time? Oh, yeah, we got through here. It was the performing final tasks that it errored last time. So we got through all of this last time. I just switch over to the screen grab that I pulled. All right, we got here. It was the register's components, I think, is where I ran into my error. I'm just hoping it works this time, because I'll run it a third time just to fully get there, but will it work? Won't it work? That is the question. List of questions that I don't have answers to. All right, we got the start menu items loaded up. This is where we ran into problems last time, was during the register's components. So let's hope that we're good now and it registers them out and we don't end up crashing like we did last time. Literally on the edge of my seat. It's the excitement. Will it crash again? Do we have to try for a third time for 3 strikes before we're out? Please, 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 please. Please let it work. Every time that thing moves a little bit more, I just keep an eye on it and see if it's going to crash like it did last time. And really hoping it doesn't. So far we've gone through creating partitions, installing it, and then during the setup, it crashed the first time. So now we've re-rolled and we're rerunning the setup a second time. If it crashes again, I'll check to see if it's the same error, because last time it like blinked up real fast. Yep. All right. I didn't see if it gave us an error message again. I'm gonna restart this thing up and take a look at this thing and see. I'll check to see if it's the same error, because last time it like blinked up real fast. That time it didn't throw up an error. It just clicked out. Interesting. Let's see. Playback speed. I'll check to see if it's the same error, because last time like blinked out real fast. Nope, it just went black. Okay. So different error. So not a regedit error, or not a reg error again. It was just cut to black. So we'll run through this one more time. Like I said, we're going to give it 3 strikes before out. And if it pulls the same problem again, then we'll just have to, I don't know, figure something out. I don't know what we're going to do yet. We'll have to figure something out for it. But I got to go through the whole setup again. So it's always on where it's registering all the components is where it crashes out. So it's not saving something in reg, and I don't know why or what. Which is unfortunate. Because I was really hoping that this would end up working. I mean, eventually I'll get it working. One way or another, I'll be determined to get this thing working. I just don't know why it keeps throwing that and crashing out. And it's not like there's much that I can do, you know, although it'd be funny to go to the Windows forums and see if anyone knows what's going on. But somehow I don't think other people would find that as funny as I do. But man, I would think that was hilarious. Almost as funny as showing up to school. If I can get this thing going, showing up to school with it and using this thing to take notes in class or something, that would be hilarious. I can bring my Lenovo Yoga in, or I can bring the R40e in. So if I can't completely get Windows back up and running on this thing for whatever reason, what should I do with it? I'd still like to be able to use it. Should I try tossing something Linuxy related to it? Okay. Am I back? Yes, I am. My computer's doing some wonky shit right now, and I don't know what's going on. Intel Art Control is taking over, which sucks because it's only a secondary card and it shouldn't be doing what it's doing, but it is. All right. I don't know when it stopped doing what it was doing, but third time's a charm. We're gonna get this thing figured out one way or another. Hopefully it'll work one way or another. Like I said, this is going to be attempt number 3. So either it works on this attempt and we're good, or it's done for now and we come back later. But I'm really hoping that it comes through nicely and it's okay. All right, let's do this again, shall we? Sorry, my janky setup for this is a little weird. Bumped it with my knee and it vibrates. No, stop making changes. I need to figure out how to get this thing to stop doing anything. 4146. There is a new driver available for ARC, but I'm not messing with that right now. All right, installs components. This will take a few minutes, and then we'll be back to where we've crashed twice. change all the things, right? Why did my chat stop working? Is there a way to refresh this? All right, we'll clear out the chat and see if that works. James, if you're still listening, can you type something, just anything to see if it works in? Because I'm not sure if it does or not. It stopped working and I don't know why. I can just do it real quick. Hang on. Okay, so chat does seem to be back up and working again. I wonder why it stopped working. That's weird. Okay, so we got the start menu items. It goes through that. And then when it goes down to registers components, that's when... Okay, good. Chat's working again. So when it registers components and gets about a third of the way through, that's where it crashes, hard crashes. If it does it again, then we are done. And then I just got to figure out what else to do with this thing. If I can't get Windows to get back on it, what do I put on there? What do I do? That becomes the new thing. Is what now? Like I said, do we go attempt something with Linux? Do we attempt something else completely? All right. I have way too many tabs open in Chrome. All right, we got the install start menu items. We're good there. Now we go down to registers components. runs nicely for a while, and then just blat. Nope. All right. All right. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some checking around and seeing if anyone else has had these issues with XP, and then we might give this another shot some other time. But 3 strikes and it's out for now. Anyway, that was about 2 hours of trying to get this thing working. We'll return to it some other time. Anyway, thanks for coming out and hanging out, guys. Yeah, back to your regular scheduled Friday. Cheers.